So are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Welcome back. This is episode 9 of the City on the Couch podcast. This is the TV and movies episode, strictly TV and movies. At the time of this recording, it is almost the end of October, and this stuff is from the beginning of October. So there's a lot of stuff that we're probably gonna rush over because just because don't really, probably really need to talk about it. But to start it off, House of Dragons has ended at the time of this recording. So YT, what are your thoughts on the first season of House of the Dragons?
Uh, it was very, very good. I know some people say it had pacing issues, but I mean, if you were paying attention, you could follow the time jumps. I don't really think they were that bad, so it's fine. It's debatable whether or not it's better than the first season of Game of Thrones. It's kind of like got a new watcher would probably be better to judge that than someone like who's seen both. Like, then going back and watching the first season is like nostalgia. So I'm not sure how I would rank them compared to each other, but yeah, it's very good. It's gonna be on site next season. I gotta wait 2 years, but yeah.
Is that crazy that we had to wait 2 years?
I mean, if it's gonna be as crazy as it seems, then I get why. So
I have to say, I like House of the Dragons first season. I liked it a lot. We'll try to avoid spoilers for those who haven't probably seen it yet. But you know, like YT said, a lot of stuff is about to go down, especially in that last episode. You know, shit's about to get real. I'm excited for it. I really am excited for it. I will say though, this is like a 1A and 1B for season 1 for me. It's like 1A is definitely Game of Thrones season 1, but this is like 1B. Like this first season was really good. And I feel like the thing is too, I've realized that a lot of people that watch House of the Dragons, not trying to shoot at anybody, just in conversation with a lot of people, it's just a lot of people I'm gonna say are surface level watchers. And I don't think I'm off in saying that because like there's things about Rhaenyra, the character who is, you know, the female protagonist throughout the whole House of Dragons, and people are looking at her like on a surface level, and she probably has like one of the best character developments in the show, next to maybe, I don't know, like Alicent. But how she develops from, you know, like where she starts at episode 1 to where she's at episode 10 was really dope. As well as too, I like how the world kind of developed with her. Like at the beginning, they're not very accepting of her, but at the end, they're kind of like, all right, you know what, we got you type beat. So I like that stuff about House of Dragons. Like they did a great job at doing all that stuff. I mean, Game of Thrones season 1 did a great job of hooking you in and just letting you know shit's about to get real, especially with Joffrey and everybody. But still, how things went about in this though, I did like it a lot. House of Dragons season 1, really dope. I did rate it, I guess 10 out of 10. I'll probably give it like a 9.5. There's definitely some things I didn't like, but it wasn't enough to like make me not want to tune in anymore.
Yeah.
And sure. even the things I dislike, it's probably like nitpicks. Like, oh man, remember that one episode? This is the last episode. The one lady, she was talking all freaking in Swahili or whatever. I did not know what the fuck she was saying.
Yeah, that's probably one of the things I'd be like, yeah, it could have been different. They didn't have to do that. I don't know where. I'm pretty. There's no way she actually sounds like that.
Nah, she's English, which is crazy.
Why they make her do that accent?
It's like Lady Missandei never talked like that. She just talked regular. Even like the people of Dorne never had like that thick of an accent.
Yeah, Dorne, they just sound like regular motherfuckers.
But no, this House of Dragons, I don't know. So what would you give this out of 10? Or did you say your rating? Did you?
My rating?
Yeah.
I didn't say a rating. Out of 10, I'd give it a 9.5, somewhere in there.
Yeah, like it's a really good season. I think everybody's, you know, especially too, right? If you are not a fan of Game of Thrones, and I don't say this because I think everybody should watch the OG Game of Thrones, right? I look, there's a lot of people out there that would say, yo, man, you don't need to watch the OG Game of Thrones. Just go and watch House of the Dragons. Look, that
you
is
could
not
technically watch this first and then watch it, but it's more of an enhanced experience if you've seen.
Yeah, like, because how they talk about stuff in House of the Dragons is a lot of stuff that relates to Game of Thrones. Like, they mention so much stuff that you're like, oh, wait, that's in blah, blah, blah. Like, that happens to blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh, shit, like, you know what? So, yeah, like, you'll get a way better experience if you watch Game of Thrones first. But if you were like, yo, I don't know, I hear it's the hottest thing out, this, that, and the third, I would definitely go check out House of the Dragons. It's really dope. It's really good. And on top of that, too, it inspired me to go read the books. And I'm pretty far in the books right now. I'm pretty far in the books. Pretty far. I think I'm on, like, chapter 6. I'm doing pretty good for myself.
That's the tie-in book, right?
This is, yeah, the HBO tie-in one.
Okay. Yeah, I might get that. It's an audio book, right? Or it's an actual book.
26 hours. 26 long hours. 26 long hours. But I ain't going for it's worth it. Like, so, all right. This is, we're done with the review of House of Dragons. This is Game of Thrones talk real quick, right? So, I guess spoiler alert if you've never seen Game of Thrones. All right. So, I now understand why Dorne is the way Dorne is now.
Oh, that's one thing. I knew that. Wait, in what way?
So when Aegon went to go,
why they just be chilling?
Yeah, like. So
I didn't know that. I didn't know that he didn't conquer all. He only conquered 6 out of the 7. He couldn't get Dorne. He
technically conquered Dorne, right? Because he had went there and said, "Yo, I'm about to lay waste to all of this stuff," and he did. He went and did what he had to do, right? But literally, Dorne was like, "Yeah, nah. Actually, we're not gonna do that." So what they did is they went and they captured basically all of his people, and they killed them over time, right? So and then his Oris Baratheon, who was the first hand of the king, he cut his hand off and said, "Yeah, you can't use this shit no more." So then he was basically like, "I got no choice. Like, I got to give them their stuff back now." So he never conquered them because they literally were like, "We're not fighting back, or we're gonna keep fighting you. We're not like everybody else."
Yeah, they're real ones. They ain't scared of them dragons. Then maybe they were, but they was like, we about to.
Yeah, they took down Rhaenyra's dragon.
Yeah, I heard they
wants
to put up a real fight.
So what happened was in the book is that they describe it as, you know, dragons got all the scale and blah 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 blah, right? But what took the dragon down was they shot it in the eye. So as it fell, she also fell too. So they're like, it's not confirmed or denied if she died through that. There's also rumors of like all this other shit. So that's crazy. And then how he conquered the Starks, he didn't necessarily conquer the Starks. The Starks are just smart. The Starks were like, because they had saw that another town had got laid waste, like he lit them on fire. So it became like the war of like the Great Fire or whatever, because of, you know, Balerions lighting everything up. So the Starks are like, you know what? We don't want that to happen to us. So yeah, we'll side with you.
Oh, I did see that the king at the time, the Stark king. Like, the men wanted to fight, but he knelt because he didn't want to sacrifice all them lives for a fight that he knew they probably wouldn't win anyway.
That wasn't worth it.
People didn't like that. I know they called him the king who knelt or something like that.
But in retrospect, it like makes sense. Like, why would you want to lose all your people?
Sense. He was completely in the right, but his men were probably like, "No, we wanted to go out fighting."
So from that point on,
they would lose.
From that point on, Aegon was like, "Yo, y'all can only have wardens. Y'all can't have no kings."
Yeah,
which
makes sense. I mean, they still rule the North. They're just
it's just
not king.
You're not king. You're just warden of the North.
Yeah.
Nah, but that book I recommend for everybody who's finished it though. It's definitely like a really good like listen or read depending on which one you do, because I learned so much about like the Targaryens. Like like there's mad YouTube videos on it, but I guess it's different like when I just hear it in full. Especially like there's mad kings I just didn't know about, and there's mad Targaryens and how bad like they were. And also too, I've also learned that the Targaryens are very nice people until provoked. They don't really want to beef with nobody. They just kind of want to be left alone.
Yeah, I can see that. It'd be chilling, then some people try some fuck shit and be like, all right, gotta get on our dragons.
Like
Put y'all
that's
down.
literally what happened with Aegon. He was minding his business, just wanted to, just be king of everybody, and then somebody provoked him. He said, "All right, yo, go time." So that is our Game of Thrones talk that we probably won't have for like 2 years. Next up.
Well, something else happens in those 2 years.
Oh, that is true. If we get that Jon Snow show, I don't want that shit at all.
That actually might happen. I don't know that.
Unless that thing is fire, like if they make the trailer super fire, I'll check it out. But if it's not, I don't care for it. So what do we have to start off with? All right, Batman is the most watched movie on 2022 on HBO Max.
Not surprised in the slightest. Not surprised.
Can't wait for the sequel.
Peak fiction.
Yo, they confirmed the sequel, right?
Yeah, the sequel and spinoffs. Yeah, movies and shows in that world.
So since the last time the pod came out, or the last time we did this TV and movies as its own, we had the Black Panther trailer, right? But then there's been like mad other Black Panther trailers, and then Black Panther comes out in 2 weeks. So what are your thoughts on the Black Panther trailers?
I think it looks actually pretty good. I'm excited to see well, I can't remember his name right now. I'm blanking. Why can't I remember his name right now? Fucking the King of the Sea. What's his name?
Oh, Namor?
Namor, yes. I was about to say some bullshit. But yeah, Namor. I'm excited to see him. His design looks cool. His way of flying is pretty unique, so that looks cool. Apparently he was the first superhero ever in a comic to fly, even before Superman. So that's interesting to know.
Really?
Didn't know that. Yeah, apparently so.
What did Superman do? Just levitate?
No, I mean he was the first one to ever be portrayed flying. Like,
really?
Yeah, and then Superman was second, I believe. So Namor was the first one to ever he can go underwater and fly. So
that's interesting.
Pretty cool. So it looks good. I'm excited to see what's going on. So we'll see.
From all the trailers and stuff, and I guess it's not spoilers if you've seen all the trailers, but Shuri as Black Panther, it looks like it's gonna be dope. I'm interested to see it. The newest
spot basically confirms that yes, it's her.
So
there's a recent one.
My question is, what will be the greatest superhero comic book movie? The Batman or Wakanda Forever?
The Batman. Wakanda Forever had to be really, really good to be better than that.
Yo, people are saying that this Wakanda Forever is about to be fire.
Well, people don't know everything.
Do you plan on seeing Black Adam?
Probably not. Probably just wait for it to be on HBO Max if they're still doing that thing.
I'm probably gonna wait too.
I know the main thing I care about, so.
There's this dude at work, he's telling me the whole day today about Black Adam, and in my head I'm like, bro, like part of me doesn't want to see the movie because I didn't see Shazam, and I don't really care to see Shazam. And I know they're not connected. Well, I know in the verse wise it's connected.
They're gonna be connected.
But for
unavoidable.
For right now, yeah, but if they do connect them, I'll check it out. But I mean,
the post credit scene, that's gonna be connected.
Oh, it's going. All right, so I'll check them out then.
I mean, why have you seen the spoilers about the post credit scene?
Nah, I've only know about spoiler alert, Dr. Fate.
Oh no, that's not even the biggest thing. The post credit scene is probably the most important thing in the movie.
So maybe I should watch it.
It's got nothing to do with Shazam, but it's gonna be like if they're doing that, then Shazam showing up is not that far off either.
All right, so I'll probably check it out. But as for the Black Panther stuff, like we said, it's gonna probably be cool. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
No, I expect this one to be. A part of me thinks this one will be better than the first one. I'm not gonna lie, but I could be off. I'm open to being wrong.
I don't know what the plot is about, so it's hard to say.
All right, so YT, how do you feel about Will Smith being a slave on his way back into Hollywood?
Another slave movie? That's cool. Move on.
This is his first movie post slapping Chris Rock.
Again, slave movie. Let's move on.
Nah, bro. Nah,
it's a slave movie. What more?
But I just look at it funny because like, why he gotta be a slave to get back into Hollywood?
It's a slave. I'm pretty sure it didn't time like that, but it's a slave movie.
I don't know, man. It might have. When was the slap?
I don't care.
When he slapped him?
Slave movie. I don't care. I don't care about the slap. I don't care about the slave movie. Yeah, it's irrelevant to me. Good for him though, but irrelevant to me. Could care less. Not gonna watch it. Next, what's this? This Velma show, like the most random thing ever. If you can't figure out a way to fucking like why is like the fact that Scooby Doo has not? I'm pretty sure Scooby Doo is not in the show. This is the thing by
Oh, for real? He's not?
This is the thing about Mindy Kaling did this movie. I mean,
yeah, so.
And yeah, Scooby Doo is not in it.
So wait, so they had Black.
They didn't make Shaggy Black.
Yeah, Norville.
Norville, yeah, it's literally the most stupid thing ever. Like, you can't incorporate Scooby Doo into something you're using from the Scooby Doo franchise. It's like, what are you doing? Don't
also, too, I'm not trying to like be anything, but she's gay in this too, right?
Yeah, no, that's the other one.
Oh, all right, no. That was a Halloween special.
Yeah, I don't know. Her being gay is fine, but like, at least Scooby Doo is in it. At least it feels like Scooby Doo. I would rather watch that over this.
So this just feels like this Velma. Just by herself.
Bullshit is what it is. Let's call it what it is.
That's some trash. But yeah, when I saw that Shaggy was black, I was like, they're feeding into the stereotype of Shaggy being a pothead as well.
Yep.
What else do we have? Lord of the Rings, Ring of Power season 2 has begun filming in the UK. I haven't seen season 1. Have you?
Nope.
All right.
I would have to rewatch the extended cuts to understand anything at all.
That is a fact, and I'm probably going to rewatch it one of these days.
Absolutely nothing going on to
that. Yo, I forgot how long those movies are. That's a day.
That's a week.
Like, I gotta sit down and just contemplate.
I'd do one a day.
I would do 1 hour a day. Them things are like 4 hours long.
Yeah.
And the thing is too, my only thing with Lord of the Rings is, compared to Harry Potter or any other big trilogies, in my opinion, Lord of the Rings has probably the slowest build up in all of them. It takes so long to get to the climax, and by the time we're at the climax, I feel like going to sleep. At least in Harry Potter and Star Wars, I feel the climax coming. This takes so long.
I would probably be more invested in the lore. I'd have to watch them by myself.
I don't know if I can run it back, man. I don't know. Maybe one day. Big Mouth season 6 is on the way. It drops this Friday, I believe, which is October 28th. Then, did you watch the Super Mario trailer?
Yeah, I did.
How you feel about Chris Pratt's voice?
Sounds like himself. Not even a voice. Sounds like himself.
Did the trailer look good?
Everyone else is going hard. Except then there's him.
Jack Black killed that shit, yo.
I'm saying, literally, even Keegan Michael Key, like he killed it too. Literally, everyone else is going hard, and then there's him. Then there's Chris Pratt.
Would you say that he was a good choice for this role then?
No, I don't think anybody was. So fucking random. Literally get any other voice actor, bro.
I wonder why they chose him.
Because he's star power. That's why.
But still, like
Chris Pratt, like nobody. I don't know.
I mean,
it could have been anybody else. It's star power. That's why.
You know what's crazy is that I had high hopes too, because seeing the first poster, I was like, wow, this actually might look really dope. And seeing Jack Black, and then seeing Key, and then we get to this guy, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah, everything else in the movie looks cool. It's just Mario's voice is whatever. So if the rest of the movie is that good and it carries, then yeah, it might be good.
I think everybody else will carry this movie.
Yeah, so
I feel like, all right, this might be like a Wreck-It Ralph kind of situation for this movie. It feels like
maybe.
And Wreck-It Ralph is really good. It's probably one of my favorite Disney Pixar movies. But I don't know, like even the guy that plays the guy in Wreck-It Ralph, he could have played him.
And, John C. Reilly.
Yeah,
yeah, he could have.
I go for it. I had so much faith in Chris Pratt. So much.
I didn't.
So much. I was trying to have so much faith, but damn.
I had no faith.
I had faith. All right.
No faith in the slightest. All right, let's move on to this. Can I say this? This white people show?
Nah, bro. This is the hit. This is the hit.
I'm not watching this, bro.
I'm not watching it either. So Dahmer, Monster, The Jeffrey Dahmer story is one of Netflix's biggest launches with 196.2 million hours watched since its launch last week. So, and it's probably gone up a lot more since then, or it's probably died down since then. Who knows? It beat out Squid Game, All of Us Are Dead, Stranger Things season 4, and Bridgerton season 2. Or are the only shows who have surpassed it? Wait, so these shows surpassed it? I said that wrong then. Did I?
They're the only shows to have surpassed it, right? It says one of the biggest launches, and then everything else down there is above it. So,
all right, so
yeah, it's one of the biggest launches. Then everything else.
Okay, so it's in this category. All right. Yeah. Look, man, I don't plan on watching this because I've heard a lot of people talk about it, so I already know the story. I already knew the story from when I was younger because people in my school talk about it. I just don't really care. I'm not a big fan of serial killers, and I don't like how they romanticize serial killers to make people feel bad. Because what I've heard from a lot of people is they give away that hey, let's feel bad for you factor. This dude killed mad people, bruh. Like, why? And I hate how like serial killers are what sell. Especially, this is no offense, but especially for some odd reason to women right now. I see a lot of girls are obsessed with serial killers, especially Ted Bundy. It's a weird thing right now. We need to cut it out, all right? I don't know what it is. Get that out of here.
And white people, stop dressing your little kids as Dahmer for Halloween.
Oh yeah, yo,
that stomp the fuck out.
Yeah,
and they honestly deserve it because it's your fault. So whatever happens to them, it's your fault.
And you know what's crazy too is that This is the problem, right? Is that because now this thing has grown so much, there's also kids that are like on TikTok doing memes and stuff to like white kids in their school that kind of resemble Jeffrey Dahmer with the hair and everything. So they'll give them like the Dahmer glasses, quote unquote, air quotes, and they'll be like, yo, like do the little Dahmer thing. I guess what's his name? Evan Peters, right? Plays Jeffrey Dahmer, and everybody says he killed that shit. I believe it. He's a great actor.
I believe it, but I'm not trying to. More power to him, but I'm not trying to watch that. Like, good for him.
I guess he does a little dance, and everybody does the dance too. So I don't know. This didn't help. This didn't help. They should have never made this one. But that's my thing. I'm not a big fan of like serial killer movies, nor am I a fan of like slave movies. And I'm black too, but I don't know. I guess it's certain things I just don't want to see. But that's just me. Like other people are. Me personally, nah, dog. I think I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Hey man, you don't see Germany dropping. Never mind. Anyway, yo, Jacob Bolton says he's not really hoping for Spider-Man 4. We're all doing our own thing.
He means right now because they're all doing their own thing.
Oh yeah, man. You know what I'm saying. But I couldn't see Spider-Man.
Tom's not even acting. He's not even acting right now.
He took a break, right?
Yeah.
But I can't even see them doing one that quick anyway. I think the MCU right now is trying to build up other stuff.
Yeah, he won't be back for a while, so which is fine. I'm not really tripping about that.
You know what's crazy too is that with the ending of She-Hulk, I've also think the MCU is starting to realize its problem by dropping too much stuff too frequently. Because we just got She-Hulk, Moon Knight, what's the other girl's name?
Miss Marvel?
Yeah, Miss Marvel. Like we just got all of them in a short span of time. Even no, Hawkeye was like Hawkeye was last year. Who's before Moon Knight? Wasn't Hawkeye?
Before Moon Knight, I think so. Is that before or after?
No, Hawkeye was before because it went Moon Knight, then Miss Marvel, and then She-Hulk. I think they're starting to realize like they need to slow down a little bit. I saw somewhere that they said they realized like they got to slow down with the TV shows because they're dropping them too fast. Which
I like them to do what they did with Werewolf by Night and just do like a special presentation. Yeah. I didn't see Werewolf by Night yet, but I just finished She-Hulk today. So.
Oh, how'd you like it?
No, it was good. It was actually pretty funny. That was probably like episodes 7 through 9, probably like the best episodes in the show, to be perfectly honest.
All right,
I don't know what people were tripping about Daredevil. Daredevil was fine. I thought it was great.
So here we go. She-Hulk review. Spoiler alert. All right, so boom, right? Boom. I actually, this might be one of my favorite MCU TV shows.
Yeah, it was good. I don't know what people are on about saying
And
it wasn't good. Like, what?
I'd be like, I'm gonna say like, I guess a quote unquote hard critic on some of the things Marvel does in recency, but this is like one of those where like I actually really liked it because one, I liked it. There was no like end villain. Like I like that a lot because at the end of the day, she just wants to be a lawyer, and then two, it was probably the most comic book accurate version of She-Hulk that we got. And I'm not gonna say that we're ever gonna get because they're probably gonna do it 25, 50 years from now. They're probably gonna do it again. But to be fair, like that's pretty comic book accurate, but how she acted and everything, and all the characters acted like that. Like Daredevil will be out here, you know, Matt Murdock be doing his Matt Murdock thing with the women.
Yeah,
People were mad.
I thought he was great. Like, I've never seen I've seen clips of Daredevil, but I thought like he was perfect. I wouldn't change anything about him. I hope he comes back. I know he'll be back, but like whenever he shows up again, I'm with it.
And people was mad. I thought it was really good. It's not that I would dislike about it. I would probably give like a 7 out of 10. Like there's things that I do dislike. Let me not say that. But there's also things that I'm like, I'm glad that they did. I'm glad they stuck to the script. They didn't do anything different.
Yeah, I thought the end thing with Kevin was funny. I like that.
I like that stuff. Like when I was watching this one guy's review of it, he was like showing panels of like times of when she's done stuff like that, and there was like, I guess there was one time that somebody was messing with her comic, and she was like, "Yo, like get the fuck out of my comic" type beat, and I thought it was pretty dope. So yeah, like it's a pretty good. Same thing she did here. Like she didn't want it to be like a Hulk ending. She didn't want it to be like this ending. She wanted it to be her ending. And that's what she got. So yeah, shout out She-Hulk, really good show. She-Hulk Attorney at Law. I think everybody should watch it. And if you don't like the show, you don't like TV. And also too, yo, that you know what that made me realize that people don't watch a lot of sitcoms nowadays.
Yeah.
People don't.
Don't.
People just watch stuff where there's like an end goal at the end. Like even when I was listening to this one guy, he was talking about it, and this is prior to him like watching the last episode. He's like, "Oh, like who is she fighting in the end? Like this big boss? Oh, like," and he automatically assumed that she had to fight a villain in the end, when in reality she did it.
Yeah, all she just wanted to do was just be a lawyer and manage the Hulk powers. That's all. That's literally all she wanted. People kept fucking with her, so I was like, okay. And then she figured that out. Nobody fucking with her for the time being. Now she chilling.
That's why I was like,
she got her man. Bruce is back. She got a new nephew. So that's, yeah.
Oh, I definitely didn't like that design though. That's my biggest critique.
I don't know what they did to his hairline, but you know, it's whatever.
I don't know what they was thinking there. Don't know at all.
We'll see. I hope he don't look like that the next time he show up, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they were bugging with that. So, but once again,
better than him just coming down and fighting the thing. Like when I was watching the original thing before she broke the fourth wall, I was like, all right, what is happening?
That's what I was on. I was like, bro,
I was like, what is happening? Why does man just crash through the roof? Like, what is happening?
She-Hulk just showed me that everybody just need to watch more sitcoms. Stop watching stuff where people be fighting all the time. Watch something where they just chilling.
Yep. Moving on. Driftmark was the first episode and they shot in House of Dragon. It was necessary for Miguel, I'm not gonna say your last name to butcher it, set the tone right out of the gate with the cast and crew. Yeah,
who does he play?
It was a nice episode.
Who does Miguel play?
No, it was the director.
Oh, that's the director?
I just couldn't say their last name.
Oh wait, that's the director for real? I didn't know.
It's the director or the showrunner of the show. I think the showrunner or director of the episode at least.
Okay.
So yeah, Driftmark was a cool episode. I like that episode.
Yeah, I thought that episode was really good. They said that's the first wedding that no one died.
Yeah, because it was just off on some cliff somewhere.
So they were just minding their business. I mean, granted, people that got married off screen, but this is the first one that we saw on screen where no one died.
Yeah.
And this was a really good episode because that one boy, fuck him. We don't like him. This is the episode where he lost the eye, right?
Yeah, that's what happened.
That was a good episode.
He took Vagar, yeah.
Good episode. I mean, I also don't fuck with Eamon, but he's a good antagonist though.
Yeah, he's cool.
Netflix once pitched a Marvel approach to the Lord of the Rings franchise to Tolkien estate, such as Gandalf series and a Aragon drama. One insider says it's completely freaked out the Tolkien estate.
I could imagine.
And then HBO wants Pitts to the Tolkien Estate series, a series that would essentially remake Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Nope.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
So we got one side saying, "Hey, let's make an MCU," and then the other one saying, "Hey, let's just redo it." Yo, if they were to remake the Lord of the Rings trilogy, just make it shorter. That's all I care about. Just make it shorter.
Nah, they don't really need to. The movies still hold up, so there's no need to remake them anytime soon.
Yeah, no, they definitely don't. But I'm just saying, like, if they were to, just shorten it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hey, they might be able to pace it better. I might not be able to fall asleep like halfway through the first one. I'm gonna fall asleep, bro. How did Zion get injured already?
Chill.
Zion, it says Zion injured after fall.
Chill, man. He'll be alright.
Bro, this is what, game 3?
He'll be alright, man. It's not his fault.
Bro, he has a hip contusion. They're saying.
He'll be alright.
Oh my, yo. So you watching this Violent Night?
No, I'm not watching that, bro.
It's Santa Claus and Violent Night. He's out here smoking people.
I don't care. I'm not watching it. Literally the most necessary thing ever. Not watching it. Garbage.
All right, so there is now a PS5 app for Disney Plus offering 4K HDR support. So if you want to watch all the MCU shows in 4K HDR now on your PS5, you can definitely do it. But you know what else you can watch in 4K HDR? Tales of the Jedi, which drops October 26th. I'm hyped for this one.
Yep. I heard the 4th episode is one of the best episodes of Star Wars animation ever.
So is Andor's last episode on Wednesday?
Andor has 12 episodes.
Oh, it does? Yeah. Oh, never mind then. So they're gonna have 2 at the same time?
Wait, what do you mean?
They're gonna have this and Andor at the same time.
Both of these? Oh, yep. If it's Wednesdays, right? Yeah, they'll both be airing on Wednesday.
Oh, that's
crazy.
Be
Star Wars Wednesdays.
Wow. What's tomorrow? Monday? It's Bleach Mondays.
Yeah, it's Bleach Monday. I will be posting that picture in the Discord every Monday from now on.
We talked about Velma. First look at the upcoming Total Drama Island revival has been revealed. Looks the same.
I'm about to tell my brother about that. He used to watch Total Drama Island a lot. I watched the first maybe 2. Then after that,
I was big on Total Drama Island.
Y'all doing? There was like, y'all doing too much now. So.
Oh yeah, no, they were definitely doing too much.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy too, right? I don't know. All right, Total Drama Island to me was one of those shows that like lived in the time that it was good in the time that it existed, right? And then obviously now we're in like a more sensitive era, especially more sensitive joke era, and on TV and shit. That's like, all right, yo, like I don't know if this is gonna work that well, because I vividly remember there's the one episode where Courtney lost her top, and then they had to blur it out because like boobs are showing and shit. Then they said boobs on TV. Then LaShawn was out here, shaking ass. And mind you, this is on Cartoon Network. Supposed to be like TV like 7 or something. Like it's not supposed to be like something that's like rated like TV 14, I think. Maybe it was TV 14, I can't remember. But regardless though, the Total Drama Island pushed the boundary as far as they could. And this is a Canadian show. So I wonder how it will survive in today's era.
It might be. It'd probably be fine, to be honest.
They might have to just tone it down a little bit.
Nah, it's fine.
Oh man. Alright, if you say so. We talked about this Mario trailer. Chris Pratt, you know what I'm saying? Then we had the Velma. You watched the Velma trailer?
Turned it off after 10 seconds. So
for real? Hey, I can't tell if Velma. Alright, this is the question. I'm not trying to be racist or nothing. Is Velma supposed to be Indian or black?
Don't care. I'd rather watch this Grinch slasher than watch Velma. Like, shout out to Jim Carrey. I'd literally rather watch the Grinch slasher movie than this fucking whatever the hell this bullshit is. Like, whose idea was this? Like, why why did I let Mindy Kaling do this? Like,
because Mindy Kaling is
the
best thing on Hollywood right now.
Okay.
Nah, I ain't gonna front. Mindy Kaling had a time. She definitely did have a time, but I don't think her time is now.
Still on.
Nah, she had a time even after The Office.
Man, did she really?
She was in a few things after The Office.
Any good things? No.
Well, let's bring up Mindy Kaling's Wikipedia.
I know the answer. No.
Nah, she had to be in Some Good Things. All
What, the
right.
Mindy Kaling show and that's it?
Well,
Like
no,
what?
because that got canceled.
Exactly. So what are we talking about?
I spelled her
There's
name
nothing
wrong,
there.
but nobody can see that. All right,
There's
Mindy
nothing
Kaling.
there.
All right, here we go. Wikipedia. All right, what has she been in? Let me see. Are we doing films or just TV?
I don't care.
All
Whatever.
right. If we're doing TV, all right, boom, right? She was in The Muppets.
And what the fucking Muppets still cares about the Muppets?
Nah, to be fair, she hasn't really been in anything after the.
Exactly.
She hasn't
That's
been
what
in
I'm
anything
saying.
after The Office.
Like after The Office ended, what was she doing?
Yeah, after The
Nothing.
Office, like TV wise, she wasn't really in anything.
Exactly.
She wrote on The Office a few times. She wrote on the Mindy Kaling
Yeah,
project.
I know she did that. Yeah, like who? And after that, what did she
Yo,
do?
the Mindy Kaling project was on air for a while. 117 episodes is a lot.
Yeah, then after that, what you do? No.
She had 6 seasons of that. She was doing good. Hey, I ain't gonna front. I'm living off them Office checks and off the Mindy Kaling, the Mindy project checks. If I have, how many seasons of The Office? She was in a lot of seasons of The Office.
She was in.
What,
Pretty sure she was
8?
in there through majority of The Office.
So
yeah.
them checks is probably good. I ain't really acting that good. All right, so she was in Unaccompanied Minors. Oh, she was in that. She was in Night at the Museum, Despicable Me, No Strings Attached, Wreck-It Ralph. What else? Mr. Peabody's Sermon, Inside Out. Riley's first name. Ocean's 8. A Wrinkle in Time. She's been in some good stuff. She's been in some good
A
stuff.
Wrinkle in Time was not good.
I heard people say Wrinkle in Time was fire.
There is not a single book reader that liked that movie.
This is a book? I just remember Charlamagne talking about this.
It's A Wrinkle in Time with fucking Oprah's in that movie or someone's in that movie.
Yeah, Oprah's in here.
Yeah, there's not a single book reader that liked that goddamn movie. So no.
For real? Oh man, I was trying to shoot her some bail.
No,
All right,
it's not good.
All right, come on, man. She's been in some good things though. She's been in Mr. Peabody and Sherman, Wreck-It Ralph.
Who really talks about Mr. Peabody and Sherman?
I do. Wreck-It Ralph. We mentioned it on here.
Man,
I like No Strings Attached.
One good thing.
No Strings Attached is a good movie right there. My dog Ashton Kutcher, Natalie Portman over here doing good things. What else? Despicable Me. Come on, bro. Come on. Despicable Me is fire.
Who was she in Despicable Me?
The tourist mom.
I don't remember who that is.
I don't either. But she got
exactly. That does not count. The glorified cameo.
The Battle of the Smithsonian.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she was in that.
No, I'm saying, are you serious? You're really counting that?
Yeah. What's wrong with Battle of the Smithsonian?
Let's move on.
Yo, wait, hold on. What is this Night at the Museum? Kuman Ra? Kamen Ra rises again. That comes out this year?
Can we move on?
Nah, that comes out this year?
I don't care.
Like, yo, it's supposed to come out this year.
What do they do? Like ruining Ben Stiller's legacy, bro?
Nah, come on, bro. Yo, Ben Stiller's a GOAT. Yo, who's better actor? Ben Stiller
Don't say Mindy Kaling.
Nah, Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage.
Oh man, Nicolas Cage is the GOAT. Yo, so who's gonna be a better Ghost Rider? Nicolas Cage or Keanu Reeves? Because he has his dream role.
Neither, preferably.
What? You wouldn't want Keanu Reeves as Ghost
He's
Rider?
old as hell. Why would I want an old ass man as Johnny? I'd rather young dude. No.
Keanu
why
Reeves?
Why do people cast this man? Like
what? No Keanu Reeves? Yo, you wildin'. Keanu Reeves is nice.
It's not that he's not nice. Y'all want this old ass man to play this new character that's gonna be around hopefully for a minute. Because once they introduce Johnny Blaze, they're gonna go all in on the Midnight Suns.
Keanu Reeves,
whatever Ghost Rider they decide to introduce. Probably gonna be Johnny. But.
Keanu Reeves is 58. That is a good.
Yes, y'all want this old bastard. No offense, playing Johnny Blaze. Johnny Blaze is supposed to be a young dude. Yep. Like, he's supposed to be like an Evil Knievel type. Yep. No, bro.
Yep. And I can't wait for John Wick 4. Probably one of my greatest favorite series.
Keanu Reeves, stop casting Keanu Reeves or Norman Reedus here as fucking Johnny Blaze.
Nah, man. Yo, all right, yo.
People, they just see a bike and a leather jacket and be like, oh, that's Johnny Blaze.
Yo, man, petition for Keanu Reeves to be Johnny Blaze.
No, petition to somebody that's gonna live through the next decade.
He's gonna. Yo, man, you play. Man, why you do that to Keanu? Keanu Reeves is gonna be out here. Why do y'all want
this old dude to play somebody that's supposed to be like in his 20s? Like, what is wrong with
man. How old was Nicolas Cage when he played him?
People not thinking. People don't use their brains. They just see long hair, leather jacket, and a bike. Oh, Johnny Blaze. No, bro. I get so sick and tired of people saying casting these two.
Who's the dude that's in Wait, can Ghost Rider pass down his powers though?
There could be multiple Ghost Riders.
But that's why I was like, who I could
not even passing it down. Yes, it could technically be passed down. But
so why
it could
can't
be
he
more than one
play?
Spirit of Vengeance.
Why can't he play a Ghost Rider that passes it down?
Why would you introduce the most iconic Ghost Rider as an old man that's already lived past his years?
No, I wouldn't make him like the iconic one. I would just make him the.
They would cast him as Johnny Blaze. They wouldn't cast him as anybody else.
Nah, they gotta cast him as somebody else.
No, they wouldn't. That's what I'm saying. People want him to be Johnny Blaze, and they're stupid.
Oh, like, there's actually people that want him to be Johnny Blaze.
Yes, they don't think it. They don't know any other Ghost Rider unless people who watch Shield or comic book readers.
Oh, what's the other one? Manny Rivera.
What you just threw some random baseball player's name?
That's LT Ray, bro.
Bro, who man?
Nah, for real. Who's the other one?
Just Johnny Blaze, Robbie Reyes, Danny Ketch are the main three.
All right, so boom, right? So what did they bring in?
Carter Slade, which is the dude on the horse.
So what did they bring in Robbie Reyes?
We already have Robbie Reyes, but then it's whether or not they touch the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. canon or not.
So what about Danny Ketch?
Danny Ketch has. I mean, they could do Danny Ketch, but Danny Ketch has blue flames.
So who's the oldest Ghost Rider?
It's
Johnny Blaze.
As far as people who know, like there's Carter Slade, who was like dude on the horse.
But all right, so Carter Slade was the one that was in Ghost Rider 2 or whatever.
No, he's right sure he was in the first one.
Oh, so why can't he be him?
But he's not. They did that only as paying homage to the original character named Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider was literally just this white dude on a horse. Not Flaming Skull, nothing. Then they revamped the character years later and made what Johnny Blaze was. A Flaming Skull dude. Like Ghost Rider was really just this man on the horse. Then they added him in the movie as an old man with the Flaming Skull on the horse with the flaming horse as like paying homage to the original character named Ghost Rider.
What did they do that for? My dog Keanu Reeves is going to be in the Ghost Rider movie. He doesn't have to be Ghost Rider. He doesn't have to be Ghost Rider.
Then what's the point? Get the
he could be the dude that rides the horse.
No, I mean maybe, but like
he could be the guy that rides the horse.
He's an old man, white hair, like he's an old man, like he's not a young man.
Yeah, look, Keanu Reeves.
He's an elder man that rides this horse, bro.
All right, like, you see how they did it for Hugh Jackman?
Because if that happens, because if they don't cast him as like Johnny Blaze, then people gonna be like, "What's the point?" Yo, they're gonna be like, "Oh, wasted potential." So no, stop fan casting this man. Like people just. The people have no logic. People are just sheep. I hate that. Like, it's not even disrespect to Keanu Reeves and Norman Reedus. I just hate this fan cast because people why do y'all want this man? He's literally pushing 60 years old to play this dude who's supposed to be like in his 20s.
Just have him be the old man on the horse.
No.
So who's gonna be the old man on the horse?
It's nobody. They don't have to do it. Nobody knew who that was until that movie came out. Anyways,
I didn't know who that was in that movie.
Exactly. Nobody knew who that and that's literally the only time he's ever been shown in anything ever.
All right, so let's bring it back.
No,
bring it back.
Bring it back, bro. Just cast somebody new as Johnny Blaze, a young person as Johnny Blaze. It's not that hard. And either bring the Robbie Reyes character back because it has a connection to the Doctor Strange universe and everything. It's not that hard to do. It's really not.
Well, you said the Doctor Strange.
People are idiots. Yes.
Bruh.
Like if we're going off the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. canon, Agatha took the Darkhold from Robbie Reyes. If we're going off that, if we're counting as that.
Agatha was an Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
No, the Darkhold. Robbie Reyes was the last person in the scene having the Darkhold.
I never watched Agent.
Yes, because the Ghost Rider comes from the dark dimension. Like the Spirit of Vengeance.
So if we talk about that, was WandaVision and that Doctor Strange movie a flop?
No, WandaVision was fine. Doctor Strange is whatever.
So is Doctor Strange a flop?
It's not a flop. It's just whether or not people like it or not.
Do you like it?
I did like it, but it's not my. It's like middle of the pack.
All right, Doctor Strange or Thor: The Dark World.
Doctor Strange. That's not disrespect Doctor Strange now.
Nah, I think Thor: The Dark World.
I'm never watching Thor: The Dark World ever again.
I mean, I'm not either.
I'll watch Doctor Strange a couple times.
I'm definitely not watching that Doctor Strange movie.
But I'm not going.
We're talking about the same Doctor Strange room, right? Multiverse of Madness.
Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, that's trash.
Let's not disrespect Multiverse of Madness because
Multiverse of Madness is not that good. It's not that good.
Thor: Dark World's not a good movie.
Oh man, Thor: The Dark World's pretty fire.
No, it isn't. What's this revisionist history that we're doing? Let's not do that. That movie's not good. That movie's
So,
not good.
so how would you feel about Static Shock?
We already had the static what he looked like in Batman Beyond. I mean, maybe this is the early years, like when Bruce was just semi-old, not old man. We already
Well,
seen what
yeah,
he looked
was it?
like in
I'm
Batman
about to say,
Beyond.
wasn't he already in Batman Beyond?
Yes, we already seen what he looked like during the future shit, and when Terry McGinnis's prime years as Batman, what he looked like. I mean, has to be like when they were just the transition from into the future part. Like this has got to be like early on before he was old man Static. So I mean, no, this is nice. This is definitely his early years before he was just old man, because we see what he looked like already in
So would this be a
the Batman
comic
Beyond
or a
universe.
show?
No, it's a comic, or it's like story art. So I don't know if it's art or a comic. I mean, if it's comic, that's fine because it looks cool. But like, yeah, because there's still comics and stuff set in that that universe that they come out every now and then in that DCAU continuity. So it's fine.
That's if we ever get that, the way Warner Bros. Is moving.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Henry Cavill in a black suit or a classic suit in Black Adam. Is that true? Is he?
Oh, spoiler alert for everyone. Henry Cavill is back as Superman in DC. He's back.
So how that contract negotiation go? Then he said he'll never do it again.
That's only because the Warner Brothers didn't want him to do it again. But the one thing I give the Rock credit for, he fought for Henry Cavill to come back.
Oh, for
Superman.
real?
Yeah, he wouldn't really accept anything less. So
So
I do respect him for that. So
maybe I'll actually go see this movie now.
I've already seen the post credit. I've seen the post credit scene. It's pretty classic suit. It's different from the Snyder suit. It looks more like if like Superman from like the DCAU that we were just talking about. It looks like that suit. The closest I can get to it. It's not the darker red. It's like a bright red and like the S is like a bright red and yellow. It's not like that darker color like how the Snyder suit looked. It's definitely different. It's not the Snyder suit at all. It's definitely a different suit, but it looks better. They only show his top half. You don't see what he fully looks like. They show a silhouette of him fully, like with the cape showing, but you don't see like the full bottom half. But like, yeah, it's him. He's back. So that's what I'm saying. Like Shazam, if he's back, Shazam showing up is not that far off.
I'm actually more inclined
because the three of them do interact in ways. So and the Shazam family and all that. So and the Amanda Waller being in it too. So
he's in everything.
He plays have a new continuity going on.
Who's that plays Amanda Waller?
Viola Davis.
She plays a really good Amanda Waller.
Yeah, she's a great Amanda Waller.
Like
one of the best things they ever did.
That was a good pick. She smokes that. Yo, I am bad with actors and actresses. Who plays
the ones I care about.
So who plays T'Challa's mom?
Angela Bassett.
All right. But Viola Davis, she smokes that shit. Oh, but you got your boy from the Stranger Things, says he would love to play Static Shock. Caleb.
As he should. He should play Static Shock.
Nah, bro, I wouldn't want it.
Man, how you?
Static is my favorite hero, and I wouldn't want that one.
How do you say like, oh yeah, like Keanu Reeves or Johnny Blaze, but won't say Caleb McLaughlin is Static Shock? That makes no sense.
I'm not gonna lie. I think dude on what's it called is a better choice. The dude on Fresh Prince.
I'm not watching that show, so I can't speak to them. I'm not watching that.
I think the guy
most unnecessary thing I've ever seen. I'm not watching that.
I think the guy that plays Will on Fresh Prince, in my opinion, would be a little bit better. I'm not opposed to Caleb. I mean, if he played him. I know he would probably play him, really well. But I think, I don't know. A part of me thinks that, all right, hear me out. I think we kind of missed the mark for Static right now. Like Caleb's a good one. The boy from the Fresh Prince joints, he's pretty good too. But I feel like we had a good handful of other actors at the time that could have been better. Like, all right. I know dude has said a lot of wild stuff, but the guy that plays Miles, he probably would have been a good Static in Into the Spider-Verse.
Maybe.
He probably would have been a good one. I know
What has
people.
he done? What has he done in live action
Dope,
versus Caleb? Exactly. There you go.
but Dope was good.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Don't get me wrong. Like Caleb's been good, but
Caleb's
also
got more. Caleb's got more
Caleb
experience.
Caleb
So
has.
I'd rather him do it.
Nah, he has more stuff. I mean, I don't know his thing. I know I've seen him before, but Caleb's main thing is just what's gonna call it. It's just Stranger Things.
He's done other stuff. He's
on
in the freaking what's that group name? Fucking Bobby Brown's group as a kid. He was in there.
Oh, New Edition. He's only in 3 episodes.
He was in the New Edition. It's still in there.
It's his longest thing in Stranger Things. Everything else is like 3 episodes.
Even still, I can see it. I still see it.
I mean, he's in 3 episodes. Like that's his longest thing in Stranger Things. Everything else like 3 or 4 episodes. The most 6. Don't get me wrong. He's probably straight too. What's the other dude's name? I'm about to look this up now. Dope. 2015 movie film. Shamik Moore. No, don't be wrong. This dude says wild shit. He says really wild shit. See, he plays Raekwon in the Wu-Tang show.
I didn't watch that neither.
People say that show was really good.
I'm
nah, they say
rapper and musician documentaries. To be honest.
Wait, what?
Then I'm over like rapper and musician documentaries.
Nah, they say that's really good. They say Joey Badass smokes it. They say Dave East is in it. They say that Wu-Tang, the American Saga thing is fire. I might have to check it out. I probably won't, but I'm just saying.
He won't check it out, yo.
I probably won't. Nah, I probably won't.
Check it out.
Tenders. Nah, I think both are equally good actors.
Yeah,
So,
I see Caleb, like, if we're going look wise, Caleb got it.
Yeah, like how old is Shamik? Shamik is 27. I mean, he's a little bit older. And Caleb was what, 21? I mean, they're 6 years apart.
Caleb, 21-year-old, he could play like a 17, 18-year-old. So
they both could. He could play like an older Static. Regardless of it's like I said, a part of me feels like they've been talking about Static for the past X amount of years. Like I kind of was with Charlamagne back in the day when he's like Jaden would be a good pick. This is like way back in the day, like when Jaden actually acted. Now he doesn't care. And
he too light to be Static personally. Static's pretty dark.
No, I think he would have been a good Static.
If anything, I would see him more as a Miles fan cast than anything else.
I can see him as like him as Miles or him as Static. Like that's what I say. I feel like for certain things, certain actors like were available and they never got the call, and he would have been great as either or.
Yeah.
But now, like I'm not saying the actors we have now are bad or nothing. It's just this is something I probably would have liked to see. But whoever gets picked, blessings to all parties involved.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's if they ever do it, but Michael B. Jordan's doing it, so it's probably a chance I won't see it.
Oh man,
come on, bro, come on. Michael B. Jordan is directing that new Creed. You saw the trailer for the new Creed?
I said, yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it looks good.
We didn't talk about it. It's on the notes. Well, we can talk about it now. We're gonna skip over and we'll see.
Creed looks good, man. I like the Creed movies. The Creed movies have been a good expansion to the Rocky movies.
Nah, tell me how that storyline makes sense.
What do you mean?
That's
from back then. What do you mean?
That's story.
We've seen stuff like that before. We ain't gonna pretend.
Where do we see that at?
There's been stories like that before where it just throw in a character from a character's youth that we haven't seen because we haven't seen his youth.
Nah, that's fine. You could throw in the character. How can you get to the same main stage as me and fight me for a title? That's what I don't.
They jump around. We don't see that. We don't see that far.
Nah, bro.
It could just be an exhibition. It could be an exhibition fight.
That don't look like no exhibition fight with that audience.
What do you mean the fight with when he fought what's his name?
Jake and them, or when Floyd fought Logan?
No, I'm talking about in the movie. I don't give a damn about any of the.
No, in the movie that was a fight.
No, I'm talking about in the movie in Creed 2 when he fought.
Ivan Drago's son.
Yeah, the first time that was their exhibition fights. The
second time that was a fight.
No, the first time was an exhibition fight.
Nah, the first time wasn't a exhibition. The first time was a fight.
It was an exhibition fight because the championship wasn't up for grabs. That's why it was an exhibition fight. The second time was for the title that he held. That it was an exhibition fight. That's what I'm saying. Like just because the crowd there, it's an exhibition fight regardless.
I mean, I guess. I guess
The
how I'm
first time he
looking
probably
at.
gonna get his ass beat the first time, and then have to fight him again. Like it's
Ooh,
probably just an exhibition fight.
um,
Adonis in the at
I
least in the
guess
movie.
I like the
Because
first Creed.
I've seen Creed 2 like a couple of times, and I'm 99% sure the first
Uh,
time he fought Drago's son,
you
the first
probably
time,
right.
yeah, because
I like the
you hate
first
it. So
Creed. I don't like the second Creed. I know I'm not gonna like this one.
I like
I,
both Creeds.
I
I like
just
both Creeds.
I just can't get
They're better
my
than the last, like
what
better than
last
like
goes Rocky
Rocky,
movies.
better than Rocky 5 or 6.
Oh yeah,
6 has like a really nice moment with him and his son, and then they brought that back at the end of Creed. I can't remember if it's the second one or not, where his son and his grandson showed up. But
I
that
think
was
that's Creed 2.
Rocky 1 through 4 are really good. 6, I heard 5 is like hit or miss for some people. 6 is nice. 6 is just called Rocky Balboa. But six is nice. Creed and Creed 2 are nice expansions to that story, whilst being their own.
No, they're definitely good spiritual successors to
Yeah.
the story, but I just not the biggest fan of 2, and I know I'm probably not gonna like this one because it's just I guess I just don't like the whole thing of like, all right, you mad? I got this, but my dad was him. Like my dad was him. What you mad about, bruh?
Man, that's just unfinished. The Drago thing is just unresolved shit.
I didn't even like that story.
What, in Rocky 4?
No, and in Creed 2.
Oh, I like that story. I thought the story was
How?
fine.
I have no reason to fight you.
Cause he's doing it for his own shit. Because he whooped his ass, bro. He did it just to be like, all right, I'll entertain the shit. Then realize like, oh, this dude is nice.
But what reason would he have to fight him though? Like, it's not
Just fighter to fighter.
I mean, I guess yeah, but how the storyline plays out is like he's doing it because of his dad.
It's because the dude who killed his dad is in the corner. That's why. Because he's not going to fight the dude who killed his dad. He's an old ass man.
Obviously, but like, I guess my thing is like, why do I have to fight? Like, I don't know.
It was gonna be dealt with at some point. I knew if they were ever gonna do a second one after doing the first one, like, oh, I expect the Dragos to be in there. Like it was. I knew what I was gonna get, and I knew what I was gonna watch. But as soon as they announced Creed 2, I was like, oh, okay, gonna do the Drago storyline.
I guess I guess.
So I know I was gonna like it, and I did like it. So
it's my stories for like, you know, the get back. Don't really like that get back. I feel like I'm just at that point just fighting your battle type beat. I mean, granted, it's not like that. He's doing it. He's doing what he wants to do. But
he's doing something that his father didn't do.
Yeah,
beat the Drago. Because you could argue that his son is better than Ivan was in his prime when he fought Apollo. So like him beating his son is like kind of just setting something right in his eyes. That's why I liked it. He's setting something right. He didn't like, even though Rocky, he was about to like, and also the thing where Rocky's dealing with like, I should have called the fight when I had the chance and not let.
Oh yeah, it's probably like that stuff like that.
It's a therapeutic thing for both of them that they didn't think they need to do it, but something they realize they have to do once it's brought up again.
So would you say that's more of a therapeutic movie for Rocky then?
It's therapeutic for both of them because Rocky, that was his friend and the person who like kind of helped him get back into fighting after he quit, and then Adonis because that was his dad, and even his his mom because that was her husband.
But he didn't know his dad.
Even still, he respects his dad from what his mom or her husband was telling him. He respects him, so it's something that like he feels he has to put right. Being a Creed. Not everybody would feel it. Not everybody in the situation would feel like that. Not everybody would feel like that, but there's a good amount of people who would.
There's some niggas that would be hot. It's a lot of people that probably be hot.
Would be like, oh, that wasn't. I didn't know him. That's not my battle. Then other people be like, even though I still got.
That's how I feel.
Well, yeah,
you ain't no dude. You ain't know your dad.
Even still, that's not everyone will feel like that.
Yeah, hey man,
look. There are a lot of like it's both sides to that, and the people who don't feel like that would probably be like, man, what the hell? Like that's how you're on that side of it.
Yeah, I'm on that side. You ain't no dude.
Other people are like, yeah, like even though that's still my family name, I still gotta set shit right.
Nah, he ain't had to do that shit. You ain't no dude. Let dude be.
I would have probably did that. That's why I'm on the other side of it.
You pulled up like, yo, dog, I want the shits.
Like, even though I ain't know him, that's still my family name. I still gotta. That's my blood. I still gotta set shit right.
True.
And it's not a private thing neither. It's like in the public eye thing. That's the biggest thing. It would have been a private thing. It wouldn't have been as big, but it took on like his whole thing of its own, promoting the shit and be like, "Yeah, you ain't scared to get your ass whipped like your daddy did and shit like that." So that's why he ain't really kind of bullied into doing it. They're trying to pressure into public pressure doing it into doing it too. So it was fine. I liked it. I don't know why we talked about Creed so much, but let's move on.
Nah, man,
To,
look, it's a good conversation. It's a good
yeah,
conversation.
it was. But to my shit, looks like Grand Admiral Thrawn has been cast in the Ahsoka series. I've heard the same thing like 3 times, so I hope it's like for real now. That Lars Mikkelsen, his voice actor in Star Wars Rebels, brother to Mads Mikkelsen. If you haven't seen him, in his brother played. He was in Rogue One. He's also the villain in the first Doctor Strange movie, among other stuff. That's just the main things that I know him from. So he'll probably be casting him in live action. And yeah, he's the only person that should ever be playing Thrawn in live action or Thrawn period. Animation, live action, otherwise.
Yeah. People know.
Yep. There should be nobody on like the Benedict Cumberbatch fan cast was nice, but they're not going to do that. They don't got the money for that. Well, they do got the money for that. They're just not going to put all that money in just him. So Thrawn will probably be the big villain going forward into the whole connected verse on Disney Plus. Maybe I don't know if they're going to transfer it into the movies, but he's definitely being set up as the big bad. So, and I like to see it. Doing goat things.
Rick and Morty season 6 returns November 20th. Oh,
that's nice.
Yeah, I'll be looking for that. All right, hold the thought on this Blade thing, because there's like 50 other Blade things.
What?
The Blade thing.
The Blade thing. Okay.
Yeah, there's like that Blade thing, and then I know there's something else about Blade, and then there's other stuff about Blade. There's mad stuff about Blade. There's just mad stuff about Blade. So, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes will release on May 5th.
Well, not really that much. Only really like 1 or 2 things, if we're being honest. Not really that much. It's only 2 things. Well, we could talk about it real quick and move on.
All right, so then
2 things.
All right, so they shut down pre-production. Then, Mahershala Ali, I said that correct, right?
Mahershala, yeah.
He was a little pissed off. He was pissed off. Then what? They can't find the director now, right?
No, they're rewriting it. And then they're just gonna. They said he's still on board. He just didn't like this first script of the movie, and he told Kevin Feige that. So they're like, all right, we're gonna get the director out. We're gonna rewrite the script and find somebody else who would best be suited to direct the new movie going forward. And He's gonna be more. Rehearsal's gonna be more involved to make sure it's like something that he would like to do, because he didn't like the first script that they drew up.
I wonder what they drew up for him to be
that's really it.
That mad.
He wasn't. I don't know who said he was mad, but he just like he wasn't.
Or just to be bothered.
Yeah, he just didn't like it, and he told Kevin Feige that, and he was like, "All right, bet we got you, and we'll do everything. We'll stop it for a minute to make sure they do it right." I mean, stopping the production is something they've never done before, so like they obviously want that shit to be good. Like stopping the whole production of the movie while they get the story right is something that they've never done before, from what I understand. So I'm not really worried. I mean, they'll get it right.
Yeah,
it might not come out when people wanted to come out in the first place.
Take all the time you need.
Yeah,
I'm not saying I'm in a rush for a Blade movie. Just take all the time that you need.
I'm not either. I'd rather it be a good Blade movie than a rush Blade movie.
Yeah, I can wait.
Yeah.
Same thing like we was waiting for the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
I got some faith in this. I need to see a trailer first.
When is it the same people that directed the first 3?
I mean, it's Matt Reeves who's doing the Batman, so no.
Oh man.
I still got some faith in it. It just depends on what they're going to do, because seeing the world that Caesar created, I do want to see that. Or that he left, that he created like before he died.
Everybody in the room.
His son, I don't know how set far into the future this is, but
I would want, because I guess a part of me sometimes thought that, hey, look, what if you watch 1, 2, and 3 like that, and then you watch the other Planet of the Apes? But then that's obviously not gonna make sense.
The original one? No,
yeah,
I could care less about them original ones, to be honest. I want to see like one of them.
Yeah, I've only seen one.
The most goofiest thing I've ever seen.
But this is dope though. And they said they're doing another trilogy of these, right?
Yeah, it'll just be set in the future. I assume his son will be leading the group. So.
Yeah, what if that one ape comes back, or it's his kid?
He's dead.
Nah, what if he had a kid?
Dead.
What if he
He's
had a
dead.
kid? Nah, he
No,
could have had a
no,
kid post him
they would have
dying.
shown they would have showed it, bro. No,
Nah, you know
they would
they
have
be
shown
doing
him
stuff off
being interested.
screen.
They would have no, not them movies. No, they would have shown him having some type of
Nah, but
interest.
he broke away from the pack.
I'm saying, like, you talking about Koba?
Yeah,
Koba fell down and got hit by a crane on the way down. Like, he's not gonna.
he could have did it off screen.
They would have still made him mention something like that. Like, nah, bro. That'd
Nah,
be
there's been other movies where they mentioned it. Look at
other
Lion King
movies, but,
too.
like,
Scar had a kid.
that's not. No, we're not gonna do this. That's not his kid, bro. We're not gonna do this.
With this Ford of Roses Curry shutting down both its writer and the director's workshop as well as Stage 13.
Hate niggas. Not update on this. They didn't shut that down.
They didn't. All right, good. The
No,
same way that we'll wait for that actually.
It's probably down here somewhere, but like I don't know, like the union or something like that said like, no, we're not gonna let them do that. That's just like borderline like racist and suppression. So no.
Oh, for real?
And all the minority voices and shit, like just shit like that they're
Oh,
trying
really?
to shut
See,
down.
I didn't know that.
So no, it's down here somewhere. I can't word it, but it might be here. But they didn't shut it down. They tried to, but then it's like, nah, we're not gonna let you do that. So yeah.
We can skip over this dominant thing. Second base English thing. Moving on.
Yeah.
Michelle, and Pete Davidson,
Yes.
Kanye's archenemy, will voice Transformers and Rise of the Beast.
I could do without Pete Davidson, but
Come
Michelle
on, bro.
Yeoh's
Pete
like,
Davidson is nice. Yo,
I guess.
man, look at what Kanye has done to y'all. Y'all hate on Pete, and Pete ain't do nothing. All
I
he
don't give a
did,
damn about Pete. Kanye's a word I can't say. But, you know,
all Pete did was just fuck Kim Kardashian with a 10-inch dick. Word from Kanye West.
I never took Pete as a serious actor, so and I still don't.
I mean, Pete hasn't really been in anything. People say that, what's that, Kings of Long Island? No, Kings of Staten Island. They say that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it.
I'm not gonna watch it either. It's just, I think Pete's an alright actor.
That's
And
nice.
he's a really good comedian.
That's nice.
Oh man, you just be hating. Look what
I'm not
Kanye has
hating,
done to y'all. Look what he's done.
No, I don't care. I don't care what Kanye was.
Look at what Kanye has done.
I'm not listening to Kanye. Has no influence about how I feel over Pete Davidson, whatsoever. I never took Pete serious from like when he first came on, and anything, and started to do acting and stuff. I never did. So Kanye, literally, I could care less about Kanye West or Pete Davidson. So that's nice. Looking forward to Transformers though. Dune 2 will now release November 3rd, 2023.
Didn't they delay it again though?
Did they? I can't remember. Maybe they might have. They might have pushed it back actually.
Then they delayed it one more time. Nah, it still says November. So yeah. Yeah, still says November. I thought they delayed it. No, still November. Still November. Shout out Pete Davidson.
Sure.
Is this other Water Bros thing true then?
I don't know. I can't tell anymore. I don't know what's true and what isn't anymore.
All right, so we'll just skip over that.
Let's skip over that.
What's this?
My best said it's time to share how it all went down with the prequels. He says that there's some truth to the Darth Jar Jar stuff. I'm sure there was. I'm sure George probably threw that idea around at least a few times. Glad he didn't follow through with it. That's all there is on that.
What's this other one? Ooh.
I really don't know if this is true. I haven't seen this anywhere else from any real sources. That's this account, I'm pretty sure, is not a real source. So I mean, it's nice fan casting, but I have not seen this anywhere.
Yeah, I don't
else.
even know how I saw this one.
Well, let me scroll through the replies. Hold on. Same source who dropped the skeleton. Oh, wait, where's the link? There might be some truth to it. If this tweet reply is accurate, if that's accurate, then it might be some. It might be some truth to it. So if it is true, like, kind of, I mean, the girl who played Lena Valarian is a really good pick if it is
I'm
true.
about to say that'd be a good pick.
If I assume they're gonna do Clone Wars, if they do Clone Wars flashbacks, just have Hayden with short hair and the armor, and then the Lena Valarian actress. So that'd be nice. I expect because Hayden's in. Spoiler alert! If you don't follow leaks and rumors, Hayden's in this show as Anakin's Force Ghost, at least in some way, shape, or form. So if they're gonna do Clone Wars flashbacks when they eventually when they wind up speaking to each other, have flashbacks to what happened back then that'd be very nice. So I expect at least a couple. I expect Luke to also maybe be in the show in some way. We'll see. No, knowing that they've already met and talked about things, I expect Luke to be in there. Maybe even Han, Leia. We don't know yet, but I expect the show to be something.
Would this be a deep fake again of Luke or Mark Hamill?
How he looked in Boba Fett. That's all.
It will be a deep fake.
It's not completely deep fake. There's more to it than deep fake. But yeah, if you want to do it on describe it on its most basic level, then yeah, I guess.
So
it's more to it than deep fake.
So Mark Hamill would be thinking, right?
Yeah, Mark Hamill was there doing the scenes too. It's just they do this. They both like Mark does the scene first. The body double does the scene. Then they match up the how the body movements and stuff work. Then they do the face and the voice based on both performances.
So would you rather have a person that kind of looks like a young Mark Hamill, or how they do it now?
How they do it now. If they can do it to this level and perfect it even further, like Boba Fett was damn near flawless, and if they can assumingly perfect it to an even higher level, then no, I'm fine with the way it is.
Because I've seen people say that they'd rather have it be a young Mark Hamill lookalike in this.
No, there is no young Mark. I mean, his body double looks a lot like him, but even still, like they've already done this. They can't really go back now. It wouldn't.
Yeah, like people were saying, like when they did it, I guess in Boba Fett, it should have started like that.
No, I'm fine with this.
And
it's literally fine. If I see one more person talk about a Sebastian Stan cast, I'm gonna punch a wall.
I didn't see that.
Like why did like he has a passing resemblance to him. Like what? Like not even a real resemblance. It literally the body double in Mandalorian season 2 and Boba Fett looks more like young Mark Hamill than fucking Sebastian Stan does. Like they all they did was fucking put Mark's hair on him. They're like, oh no, Luke Skywalker. I'm like, shut up. Like, what are y'all talking about? It's literally fine. I get people's apprehension with like the voice thing and the somewhat deep fake stuff, but it's gotta be a point like stuff what they're doing where they're randomly bringing back dead actors. That's not okay. But if they're doing it, if there should be a thing. I mean, it might become a thing in the future, depending on how big this technology gets later on in the future, where they where they have to do a law like where you can't just bring back actors, even if the estate approves it. I mean, what can you do if the actor approves it or whatever? Because Mark Hamill, he obviously has no issues with this happening because he's there. If another thing he didn't like it, like same thing with James Earl Jones as Darth Vader. He's still getting a check, and he still hasn't said it's okay for them to use his voice to do the voice of Darth Vader if they want to continue doing stuff as Darth Vader in the future. Because that meant, I hope it doesn't happen anytime soon, but he's almost 100 years old. Like, let's come on now. And say that Mark Hamill's not getting any younger. Like, he's not gonna be able to play. Like, if they want to tell stories in this time period with Luke Skywalker, like, they're gonna have to do something. Like, come on now. Now, some actors, there's some roles like Yularen in Andor. Like, that's a new guy. That's a perfectly new guy. So it's fine.
So what about Forrest Whitaker?
Forrest Whitaker, he can still do the role, if it's young Saw, like Clone Wars era Saw Gerrera, they can't do it. They would have to get somebody new. But if like post Revenge of the Sith Empire era Saw Gerrera, it could be him. And he's done it. He usually comes back. Like, he has no problem playing that role. He voiced him in Rebels, in Rogue One, Jedi Fallen Order. I don't think that was him in actually that was his body, but I actually don't think that was his voice in Jedi Fallen Order. But that was still his likeness, so he has to obviously sign off on it. So like it shouldn't be a thing. Like, you should be able to bring back an actor and a dead actor in a brand new role, like, or something like that, or just randomly recreate an actor's likeness or voice in some role that they hadn't already previously been in. Like using Mark's voice through like that respeecher program algorithm thing, that's fine. He's literally just playing the same character. You shouldn't be able to do it in a different franchise or a different character. It has to be a role that they had previously played, and the state would have to sign off on it. Other than that, then there's really no issue. Like what they did, they bring back this actor who played in like some westerns like back in the day, to star in like this random new movie. I forgot what the movie's called. But they're gonna recreate like his likeness. This man was dead for like since like the 50s and 60s or some shit like that, and they're gonna bring him back to recreate him. That's not okay. That shouldn't be allowed to happen. But like I said, we're not there yet where we have to like regulate that stuff yet. It's still really brand new. So that's what I got to say on that. So people are tripping about that real actor stuff. It's literally perfect. Like you really got young Luke Skywalker being able to do all the moves that people wanted him to do for years, and we're complaining about it. Star Wars fans are just hella ungrateful. I had to get that off my chest. We can move on now.
All right, and that has been YT's take on Star Wars and deepfakes.
Yep. All right. We can move on to the GOAT. Brendan Fraser said he's open to reprising his role as Rick O'Connell in the Mummy series. I hope he does. I hope he gets a little slimmer first.
Thanks.
Like no disrespect, but like I hope he do it, and I hope they get Rachel Weisz to come back too, because they were the GOAT duo in the first two movies.
Who was their son? Do you remember the actor's name?
The kid? No, I don't count the third. The third movie didn't happen. Didn't happen. So
the third movie did have it.
They ruined the fight that could have been like one of the greatest fights in cinema between Jet Li and Michelle Yeoh, and I'll never forgive them for that. They should just put the camera on them and just let them go to work. But instead they do that over edited ass fight, and it's so hard to watch anytime I see it on TV. Like, but yeah, I hope is Rachel Weisz not making a comeback, but she was in Black Widow, and then Brendan Fraser making his comeback. So if they do it, I hope they do it. You know, it'd be nice to see. Yeah, I like he said down here. Like I don't know how it would work, but it'd be open if it came up with the right call. I guess with the right story.
I can see it working for him.
I could see it. I don't know if it'd be like a new Mummy or like the same dude they fought back then. It'd probably be a new Mummy, but I would like to see it. I
can see it working. Margot Robbie's excited to see Lady Gaga's version of Harley Quinn and Joker 2, which is a musical, right? We said this is a musical.
Yeah.
Yo, bro. So Lady Gaga is about to smoke it as Harley Quinn did.
I guess.
Lady Gaga's a good actress.
Not saying she isn't.
And look, she's an amazing singer.
Not saying she isn't.
But
why the fuck is it a musical? Why?
Hey man, that's the direction.
How you go from the greatness that was the first Joker movie to a musical?
That like, was why? The greatness.
I'm judging completely just based on the concept, but why? Why? Like, did anybody ask for that? Nope. Find me the person who did. I'd like to have a very stern talking to.
That was the greatness.
Whatever. We'll see what happens.
Alex Jones ordered to play a Billy to the families of Sandy Hook. That's good. What you get for It's All Crazy on the Internet.
Let's move on.
All right, so this was the wildest day in news, right? So one day, people were saying that Cartoon Network is going to shut down after 30 years, right? Then I read, just like everyone else read, that they should have read, saying Cartoon Network isn't going to shut down. And then Cartoon Network themselves had to come out the cut and say, yeah, we're not shutting down. So that's when I said, and I never like spoke on it like they were shutting down. I was like, let me just wait for everything like to see how it's all going to play out, right? Bro, people are dumb. They would say, yo man, I'm going to miss Cartoon Network. Yo, I'm going to miss it. When did Cartoon Network themselves say we're shutting down?
They didn't. It just came out. Like news outlets started reporting that they're dead. So they're just like, oh, we don't know what y'all talking about, but
right,
we're not dead.
So people were stupid because people were quick to be like, yo man, it's gonna suck that Cartoon Network's now dead. Hey, I'm gonna miss all the good times we had. And I think the funniest thing is that people people swore up and down that Phineas and Ferb was once upon a time on Cartoon Network, right? So I don't know if you saw the picture that had like all like the major Cartoon Network cartoons in it, and they were like black and white, right? And Phineas and Ferb, Phineas and Ferb was in that picture. So Cartoon Network screenshot it and said, "We never owned this. This is never ours." You know what's funny is that one day Shadow and I actually did get into a debate about that, and I was like, Phineas and Ferb was never on Cartoon Network. I watched so many cartoons growing up. I vividly remember when Phineas and Ferb came out on Disney Channel. It was after the premiere of Camp Rock, and they showed off Phineas and Ferb that first episode. Cartoon Network never had a hold of that.
I only remember Phineas and Ferb on Disney, but I don't know what the hell people are on about. Yeah, I don't know where that Cartoon Network thing came from.
I don't know either. They swore up and down that it was on there.
Revisionist history.
What is that? The Mandela effect? They are in the Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Because that was never there. So yeah, Cartoon Network's not shutting down, and people should read. Simple.
So we'll see.
Dummies. Marvel Zombies is 4 episodes long. Series will release in 2024 and is rated TVMA. How do you feel about Marvel stepping into the TVMA category now?
Well, LeBron say it's about damn time.
Yeah, it is.
In 2012, yeah. So that's how I feel.
All right, here you go, YT. Pour one out.
Robbie Coltrane, I hope I didn't mess up his name, who played Hagrid in Harry Potter movies, has passed away at age 72. Rest in peace to one of the best characters in the whole series.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Not much more to say than that. Hope he's doing all right wherever he is.
Hope he's doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Praise and blessings to all parties involved.
Yep. All right, we're skipping this because that's not real. We're not even going to talk about that.
Bro, can we just act like it is real?
No, it's not real. No, we're not. We're not even going to entertain this. It's the same thing as that Goku Disney thing. We're not going to even entertain this.
Oh my gosh, I saw that. Angelica tried to tell me that shit was
literally attacking the power of Juju drone, like edited over, bro. We're not even.
Angelica's trying to tell me that that's real, and I'm like, dog, no, it's not.
Like, dog, Disney doing like what? Like, do people? We're not entertaining that. All right. Fantastic Four has been delayed to February 14, 2025. Not really a big deal. So as long as they take their time, we're gonna get Ant-Man soon. So
we talked about kind of
set up some of that. So we talked about Creed. Posters look good. Rest in peace to Ant-Man, because Jonathan Majors is gonna whoop his ass. But rest in peace to Ant-Man. Future rest in peace. Ezra Miller has pled not guilty to 2 counts of felony burglary. If convicted, they could face a maximum sentence up to 26 years in prison, as he should. Full 26 years.
My friend,
fucking weirdo.
Bro, that word was asking me, yo, man, why did they ever cancel the Splash movies? And I was like, dog, this has to be one of the greatest DC movies of all time for them not to cancel it.
That's what I'm saying. It better be like top 5 comic book movie of all time for them to not just pull the plug. With all the shit that they've done, like I do not want to hear. Because if it's not a 9.5 out of 10, it's like they're gonna be so in the mud, bro. Like,
the crazy part is that what is it? If it was anybody else, anyone else, they would
let it have been a black man. Oh man, that movie would have never been seen from again. That all copies would have been destroyed. Like. Oh my god!
No, because remember, Charlie Sheen had got caught with crack, and they took him off of whatever show that was.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. But that was like, how long ago was that? That was a minute ago.
Nah, that was a while ago. Yeah,
the standards are different now.
Shit,
I don't know why.
Shit, look at Demi Lovato. Because I don't want to be racist to it. That's why. I know if it was a black guy, they probably would have. But Demi Lovato got kicked off of.
Yeah, I'll say it. Black guy, that movie all copies of that movie would have been. What they did with Batgirl, that would have happened with The Flash.
Yeah. It definitely was a black actor. It definitely would have happened, no doubt. I just think with both sides, it probably would have happened. It's just, for some odd reason, I don't know why with Ezra, they not doing it as fast.
I don't know. And the fact that they let him do reshoots too while all this bullshit was going on, you got me fucked up. Like, come on.
So then it makes me think, was he always this way, or did the fame get to him?
A little bit of both, probably. That man just lock him up, throw away the key.
Yeah, he's different.
A facility, and just let him not hear from him again.
So we're getting two new songs from Rihanna, allegedly, on the Wakanda Forever soundtrack. Can't wait if it is true. Can't wait if it is true.
Yep, looks good.
New Superman film with Henry Cavill in very early stages. How you feel about this, YT?
Hopefully, it's written by people who actually know about who Superman is. That'd be nice. That would capture anything from the late '90s and 2000s DCAU. But hopefully, I can only dream. But yeah, looks nice. We talked about this with the Batman projects and spin-offs, but various projects. Well, I didn't mention the villains because I knew this was down here. There'll probably be about Scarecrow, Clayface, and Professor Pig. Professor Pig, I'm probably low-key other than Scarecrow. Clayface is up in there. I have to see how they do Clayface, but Professor Pig could be like a new, like how the Riddler's found like this new life based on his performance in the Batman. Like Professor Pig could be like one of the scariest things they've ever done, and the way they have Gotham set up in that world, the Professor Pig could be like some crazy shit. That shit's still creepy in the Arkham games. Even like that side quest is still kind of like weird and creepy. So like a live action Professor Pig doing the same shit, that could be something. Definitely get the white people on board. That's for sure. Scarecrow, Professor Pig, Clayface. I need to see how because Clayface is like one of their first like superhero-y type villains. If Clayface really someone with powers in that world, I would have to see how that's handled. Because it's all gonna be in the same continuity. So if they could do Clayface really well, then they could start introducing more people with powers that Batman has fought, and how Robert Pattinson's Batman will go up against that. So I want the Clayface to do well because I would like someone like Mr. Freeze and people like that to show up. So we'll see how that goes. All right, you're up. You're up, big guy.
I'm up.
Yeah, you're up.
Up.
Yeah.
Are you
up? All right. Yeah.
Nice stop. James Gunn reportedly developing a new mystery DC film. Who would it be about?
We don't know. It's a mystery DC film. We don't know. Oh, to continue off the Batman thing, the sequel to the Batman is moving forward. Obviously, Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson will come back. But yeah, that's all.
Also, on top of that too, I saw that even though they're writing the script for the sequel for this, they said they're going to replace him. The sequel to the Flash.
Oh, you didn't say that. You just said replace him. I was like, for the Batman? Like,
no, not for the Batman. My bad. For the Flash, okay. I've seen some people say they're going to
replace him. Yeah, they're going to replace him. Yeah, because it's supposed to be like a Flashpoint movie anyway. So they're probably going to replace him. 100%. Yeah. Well, I know they are. They're going to replace him. So
we'll see. From what I have been seeing is that Black Adam has been review bombed. A lot of people said this movie's really good. Do we talk about that?
This is the critic score, so I mean, fans can review bomb. The critics just say what they think. I'm not saying this guy like a 90-something score on fan score on Rotten Tomatoes. So
that's what I was saying. Like, a lot of people say it's actually really good.
Review bomb is not the right word for this movie. It's the critics didn't fuck with it.
But you know how they did with Lord of the Rings. Remember they said that they didn't show it to nobody because they was like, all right, y'all gonna review bomb it?
Well, yeah. The critics, if they knew the critics probably won't vibe with it, then yeah. I mean, I didn't expect this movie to be critically acclaimed anyway. It's literally almost the exact score of what I thought it would probably be anyway. So I'm not surprised. Well, review bombing is like the fans doing that shit. That's not the critics. People say review bombing, it's the fans downvoting the shit. Well, and what the Full Metal fans do anytime something comes up to number one, that's that.
Well, that's currently on Rotten Tomatoes, it's sitting at a 39 for the.
They got even lower. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, but then the audience score is at a 90.
88 to 90. Yeah, so I'm not. That's probably exactly how I thought it would be.
So what? The audience being at a 90.
Yeah, it would either have been in the high 80s or something like that. That's what I thought it'd be at. So I'm not surprised.
Do you trust the fans more on this one?
Man, it's probably good if you turn your brain off. Like, I'll probably enjoy it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'll probably enjoy it. I need to be sold on whether or not The Rock can really pull out Black Adam because the trailers don't show it. I'm more interested for Dr. Fate than anything else.
Yeah, I'm interested in that.
Yeah. So we'll see.
We have Sacha Baron Cohen playing Mephisto and Ironheart.
I still don't know if that's really true or not.
I've seen a lot of reports on this.
I've seen it, but I'm just like, because they're saying an Ironheart, like of all shows. I don't know about that.
Yeah. I don't really see how that would make sense.
Until I see a trailer for the show, I'm taking that with the biggest grain of salt possible.
Don't see how that makes sense.
I still don't know about that. Not saying that it could work, but I'm just like on Ironheart. Okay, I'm not sure.
Sarah Hess extended her deal with HBO and will stay on to produce and write for House of the Dragon season 2. She wrote episode 6 and 9.
As she should, as a queen should, as she should. 2 of the best episodes.
And Warner Bros. Is running out of money and ideas, so they said, hey, we're going to make NFTs in the WB movieverse. It will start off with Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Rings in entirety as a set of NFTs.
Man, not that Tolkien was a good guy, but man, rolling over his grave a million times over. But yeah,
yo, that's crazy.
This is the biggest. I don't know. I don't even know what to say to that. I'm just indifferent.
They run out of coins.
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis is playing the popular. How you say her name?
She's not playing her. She says she reacts to the.
Oh man, my fault.
Come on, man, get your glasses.
I'm honestly, I was reading that. That's why.
False, about to be false advertising.
Yeah, but she reacted. I mean, I can see her playing that.
She says she's seen all of One Piece and wants to play her if they ever make it that far. So, if they make it to Drum Island, which I hope they do. I hope it's good. So we'll see.
So my second wife is getting paid 8 figures to star in Thunderbolts. That's what I like to see.
All right.
You didn't know?
No. Congrats.
But you know,
does the first wife know?
Yeah, she definitely knows.
Okay.
Yeah, she had to know. I had to let her know.
All right.
She wasn't upset because the second one, you know what I'm saying? 8 figures. That 8 figures is looking real nice. About to pay me well. So I like to see. But yeah, Florence, who plays Yelena, 8 figures. So,
that's nice. Good for her.
Good for her. She's a great actress too. Not gonna lie, hear me out, dude. She carried that movie. That Black Widow movie.
I think everyone did fine.
I think everybody but Scarlett Johansson.
I'm not going to disrespect Scarlett like that.
I'm like, come on, that there, bro. And don't get me wrong. I think Scarlett Johansson is a fantastic actress. Really good.
The same thing. She held it down the same way she always did in the movies. I don't see where she didn't do a good performance thing came from.
I just think that Yelena and what's it called? Dude that played Red Guardian, right? I think they did did really, really good.
They did really good, but we're not gonna say Scarlett Johansson did bad.
I didn't say she did bad. I just said they carried it.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, I said that, but people saying she didn't.
Oh no, I don't. I think she did good. I just think they outshined her.
That's fine.
Like when I see it, I remember more moments from them two versus her.
Yeah, that's fine.
Whoever said she did bad, they're bugging because Scarlett Johansson is her. She's still a good actress. So yeah. Shout out to people. Michael Keaton was paid $2 million for a glorified cameo as Batman and the Batgirl. So did he get that $2 million and just walk away?
He said he was paid. Yeah, because they got to pay you for the movie start. So yeah.
So he just took that $2 million and just walked away.
He did it, but we were never gonna see it because they destroyed the movie. So, yeah.
So he did. Walked away.
We're never gonna see it now. So.
We talked about the TV MA projects for Disney Plus. All right, here we go. Last two things. So Arya Stark, Maisie Williams says Game of Thrones definitely fell off at the end.
Yes, it did.
Come on,
fell off very hard.
It was still a good season though. It was still 2 good seasons. Like they weren't Game of Thrones standards, but
from season 1, episode 1 through season 8, episode 2, peak television. Other than that, do not care for the rest of it.
I care, bro. I care.
No, I don't.
I care. Yo, man, fuck George. Oh, come on, man. Fuck George.
Nah, fuck DB and dumbass.
Nah, it's fuck George. It's fuck both of them. It's fuck
George. Yeah,
we've been over this.
It's less. Yes, you're right, but it's less fuck George and more fuck them.
Nah, it's more fuck George. He had more time to finish the books.
but he would have been involved more to give them more content than what he had and what they had.
You know what too?
Because look at House of the Dragon.
But see, this is the thing, right? And this is what I'm noticing about George, right? George don't write that well. I mean, he writes really well, but he himself can show that he doesn't write well. Because throughout all the interviews, he's saying that show is better than his book. Bruh, they do not say that about Harry Potter. I've seen more people.
Well, because they're movies. If they were shows, that'd be different.
But even then, it's like how they talk about Harry Potter is like that was like the best thing smoking, like the book was, and how they talk about the movies. Like you said, they're movies, but still like they shit on the movies. Like it's horrible. It's the worst thing out.
The movies are fine. I don't know what
that's what I'm saying. About. Like so it's like I guess, and even if the author's saying that, like. What's her name? J.K. Rowling? Does he talk bad about the Harry Potter movies?
J.K. Rowling doesn't exist. We don't talk about her. She doesn't exist. we don't mention that bitch's name. We don't mention that bitch.
That's the conversation. That's a conversation off, Mike. That's a conversation off, Mike. It's a conversation off, Mike.
It's not a conversation. We don't talk about that bitch.
Nah, it's a conversation off, Mike. It's a conversation off, Mike.
She doesn't exist. Harry Potter is a great series.
It is a great series.
It was written anonymously.
It's written by J.K. Rowling.
It was written by an anonymous person.
It's a conversation off, Mike.
But like, if they would have just let George be more involved towards the later seasons, because after season 6, they just wouldn't let him be involved. Like he literally says they wouldn't let him. Like he said he would have gave them more content to keep it going to like 10 seasons, but they were just like, nah, we're done. So like, is it his fault for not finishing the book? Yeah, but it's also more their fault for not letting him be involved because he had more content he could have gave them to let them do more stuff. Yes, that's why I'm not saying he definitely shares blame.
I'm about to say
them two showrunners share more blame than him.
There's 3 sides to the story, because then the other side is that he handed them a blueprint. They said to go from there.
Yeah. Then he had more of the blueprint that they wouldn't follow. So I blame them more than I blame him. He still gets blamed too, but I blame them.
There's a lot of sides to this story.
They rushed it for something that they didn't even wind up doing. And what have they done since? Not a damn thing. You haven't heard their name since. Literally nothing. They literally have done
because
nothing.
You gotta think too, like
their names are in the mud.
They ended that show like that, and everybody kind of didn't really want to fuck with them no more.
Yeah, their names are in the mud because they did that shit for something that they rushed it to go do that they didn't even wind up go doing.
Yeah,
so nah, fuck them.
All right, so then how you feel about? She said she was disappointed with Spider-Man No Way Home.
I know she not talking after New Mutants. Like, all due respect, I know she not talking. I know she not talking in that movie because that movie was terrible.
I'm pretty sure she thinks that shit is ass.
Yeah, but I know she not talking about something that didn't have a soul. Man, fuck. Like, all due respect, Arya, fuck off. Yeah, all due respect. Spider-Man No Way Home was good. We're not gonna pretend like it wasn't. I don't know what the hell she on about.
I thought it was okay.
No, it was good. I'm gonna say it was good. I enjoyed it a lot. Watched it a few times since. Still really good. But yeah, I know Amazing not talking about something didn't feel like soul when that last season was trash and New Mutants was trash. I know she not talking. What has she done since? What's she doing?
Ooh, Maisie Williams? What does she have to do? She did Game of Thrones. I wouldn't have to ask for the rest of my life.
I'm saying she talked about like people who like Tom done mad shit. What's she doing?
Bro, I did Game of Thrones. I don't have to ask no more.
And no, because what she talked about shit didn't have a soul. She did one thing. Is it a good one thing? Yes. Well, Tom has done multiple things.
But I did Game of Thrones. I don't have to ask anymore. What you did.
if the roles were reversed and Tom was saying the same shit, I would have said the same thing.
I did Game of Thrones. I don't have to ask anymore.
It doesn't balance out like that. It does not balance out like that.
What?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I don't. Yes, it ended like trash. I don't give a damn. I mean,
regardless how it ended, I did Game of Thrones. I don't have to ask no more.
That's what I'm saying. I know she's not talking about something that doesn't have soul because she contributed to that last season not having soul. So I want to hear.
She was just the actress.
And that mean,
look, I did Game of Thrones.
Tom is just the actor too. So like, what are we saying?
I did Game of Thrones. No, but she's talking about if Tom was to say that about Game of Thrones, it would be understandable. They're both worse. She didn't say his acting was bad.
I'd rather watch No Way Home than the final fucking episodes of damn Game of Thrones. I'm not watching those episodes ever again.
Have I seen those episodes of recency? I think I have.
I won't.
I'm like, I would watch them again.
I'm not. I'm not watching The Long Night again.
I'm not watching the long that
I tell you, I watched the first. I would watch the first 2 episodes. I told you. After them first 2 episodes, I'm done. That's
I
how it
wouldn't
ended.
watch the long night again.
It just ended on to be continued for me. It didn't
Oh
actually.
man,
The first 2 episodes. That's it. That's all. That's all I need to watch.
I
Tell you
wouldn't
from
watch
season 1, episode 1 through season 8, episode 2. That's
nah,
it.
because I also like when Daenerys went and burned up the town.
I don't.
You didn't like that?
No.
Why?
No.
Nah, why?
What was the point of her character arc then?
Well, there definitely was no point.
Yes. So no. That's why I don't. The scene itself, but cool for.
Yeah, I like the scene.
Yes, but I'm not. I watched it one time. Don't ever have to watch it again.
So you know how there's the one scene of where the Lady Tyrell was like, "Yo, man, you shouldn't listen to your hand. I did everything myself."
That's season 7. That's not.
No, but I'm just saying, like, you remember that scene, right?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
So like, she kind of did go and just burn everything up.
Yeah,
like, she didn't listen.
Like there could have been a better way to do it. They just said, "Fuck it, we're gonna have it burn everything down because fire and blood."
I mean,
So, no.
but
literally, the whole point of Daenerys' character was how she said, "Break the wheel or break everything the way, do something different." And she wanted to do more of the same.
But that's what I'm starting to understand with the books is that like it's inevitable with the Targaryens. The Targaryens try their hardest to go one way, but it always ends up the same for the most part.
Now that's the past. That's the past. She could have been like this.
She could have definitely been different. No, that's what I'm saying. That's a
fact.
She could have been different.
Fine. That's different. Fire and blood. All right, do your thing, whatever. But this is something different. It's a new age. She was supposed to be something different.
I think it's inevitable.
I don't think so. She struggled with it, but in the end, before like that bullshit happened in like the later seasons, like she would always come to her better sense and be like, all right, no, I'm just not gonna resort.
Yeah, no, she definitely had a like, good sense.
I could have done it, but I'm not going to. I'm not gonna use them for that purpose, even though she very well could have. That was the whole point of her character, to be different.
I look at what she did and I compare it to like, all right, so she only did that because what's it called, smoked Lady Missandei, right?
And she lost I forgot which dragon. I think it was Rhaegal. Or Viserion, I can't remember which one. But she lost her dragon up north when she went to go help Jon and them get out of the north fighting the White Walkers.
So what starts off Aegon's conquest, right, is Aegon being disrespected. And what got her like to that point is that she was disrespected. I'm not like justifying what they're saying, but I have a little bit of a better understanding now after reading that stuff. Only because it seems like they always move. Most Targaryens move with the same kind of purpose. Like, once I feel disrespected, now it's time to go. So we see with Rhaenyra, she's disrespected. Spoiler alert, because her son dies. Now it's go time. As you see, Rhaenyra doesn't really want to fight nobody. She kind of just wants to be peaceful. She's had multiple chances to go and smoke them, but she chooses not to. But with Targaryens, it seems like they all have the same kind of... And it's hard for her to break the wheel when it's kind of like you're low-key kind of destined to do that, though.
But Rhaenyra is different because in 48 hours, she lost her dad, the right to the Iron Throne, her unborn son, her unborn kid, and her second-born son.
Oh, yeah, she definitely...
In a matter of 48 hours.
But she lost her dad to them doing that shit, but also natural causes.
Also, they hid the fact that her dad died. Like,
oh yeah, they weren't trying to tell her. You know, they
hid it for a day because Rhaenys like he'd been dead for like more than a day already, and they didn't tell her. And then in that same day, they had stole the Iron Throne, and then like in that moment of finding out about all of that, she has a miscarriage. All in like a matter of moments, like within a matter of hours. The first 3 things happen. Then the very next day, she finds out that Lucerys died. So it's like, and she kept it together. She's different because she kept it together.
Yeah, she definitely kept it.
If that was Daenerys, them first 3 things, it would have been on site all day.
Oh yeah, as it should be.
Rhaenyra was different. Yeah,
she's a lot, but Rhaenyra's a lot more calmer.
Yeah, she has more sense.
And Daenerys has always been on go mode though.
Yeah, but that's why I didn't like the way Tyrion was in them last 2 seasons because he didn't like.
He wasn't trying to hold her down no more.
Yeah, like what the fuck was he doing? Or like he tried, but like the way he was doing, I was like, earlier Tyrion would have done things different.
Tyrion probably saw that, this is going that way.
But even still, I felt like earlier seasons, Tyrion would have been able to do it. Whereas I don't know what the fuck happened in them last 2 seasons with
Oh,
Tyrion.
I think
They
once
Sansa said it like he used to be the smartest dude there was, and then he wasn't.
I think well, let's be honest. That nigga was failing a lot too, though. As the seasons
He
went
did
on,
fail, but like he could have. I'm so saying he shouldn't have been, because he should have been
it's
that
weird.
dude. He was that dude.
You know how like Fairly Odd Parents starts off where like Cosmo's kind of smart, and then as the show goes on, he is dumber and dumber. It's like
I don't remember Cosmo being smart at
nah.
all.
So the beginning
Yeah,
of Fairly
I
Odd
guess.
Parents, you never seen the pilot episodes?
I've never seen the pilot episode.
For real? So Cosmo was pretty smart in the beginning of Fairly Odd Parents, but then as the show goes on, it's I forgot what it's called, but it's kind of like how Patrick gets smart in the beginning of SpongeBob. But as the show goes on, both characters get dumber as it goes on. And I forgot there's something that TV, there's a reason for it. But I think with Tyrion, it's weird because he starts off as such a smart character, and then as the show goes on, he just not gets dumber, but he starts to kind of like downplay a lot of situations, in my opinion. Like
It's not even. There wasn't even a progression. It was just like, we're here now. That was just such a drastic thing. That's why I don't like that.
no, I can definitely understand that. I don't like that at all.
That's what I'm saying. That played more into Daenerys' downfall too, because she didn't have
Yeah,
the right
she
people
didn't.
around her.
Yeah,
And then you got people plotting around her to take her out. Once she started like having she started faltering a bit. I'm just like, all right, man, come on. Like,
but that's like in House of Dragons.
there's not like, because it's like Rhaenyra is different for keeping it together for them 48 hours that she did, but like, yeah, Daenerys was supposed to be something different. In the past, Fire and Blood, all right, rain that shit down all day. But Daenerys could have done it differently, and should have done it differently. Whatever, well, we find out in the books in however many years. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe she might have done it. She might do it different, or she might.
So what if they do this?
Because if he writes her as doing the same thing as happened, he said it'd be different than the show.
But
How
what
different?
If,
we don't know.
I'm about to say, like, what if it's not different though? Like what if it's really not that much different than?
Then there'll be some real revisionist history going on. Then
I think they might be owed an apology.
Because if he writes it similarly to the same as them last, well, no, because there's still. I feel like there's way more shit that has to happen.
There's definitely way more stuff that has to happen.
It'll be way more drawn out. Like the shit about the Song of Ice and Fire will actually like play a role. Like they literally said, "Fuck the Song of Ice and Fire" shit in the last like 2 seasons. Whereas season 6 ended like, shit. Oh shit, is coming to fruition now. He's the prince that was promised. Da. And then even season 7, they kind of like was like, prince or princess that was promised. And then last season, they're just like, yeah, fuck all that shit. So.
I honestly can see it going the same, because even I'm not even gonna front, even in the freaking read or listen to I'm doing now, they don't mention the Song of Ice and Fire. They have yet to mention it.
Well, yeah, because that's what the show is different, because it's actually connecting the things and having the Song of Ice and Fire play an actual part of the story, as I think it should have been. That's why I know that I already seen people say the Song of Ice and Fire is not mentioned in the books, but that's fine. That's why I like the show. The show, I think, it'd be weird if the Song of Ice and Fire wasn't mentioned, because that plays into like why Rhaenyra tried to keep it together in the first place. And if she just would have been like, all right, burn this bitch down, it makes Rhaenyra a better character for trying to keep the realm together in the first place than if she would just been like, all right, it's go time. Not initially. It's better. It makes Rhaenyra a better character that she tried to keep it together to preserve what her dad told her and what Aegon the Conqueror foresaw coming in the north. Like it just makes the show better, and it fits better. It's sad that they just said fuck the Song of Ice and Fire in the last season, but it makes the most of the continuity better, because you're gonna either watch first time watchers of the story are either gonna watch this, then watch Game of Thrones, or have seen Game of Thrones and are watching this, and it makes more sense that the Song of Ice and Fire is playing a part in the story.
Well, all we can do is hope that George one day finishes the books.
Yeah.
Until
maybe
then,
between now and 2024, maybe he'll finish it.
I doubt that
He's probably involved with the other spinoffs, so probably not.
We don't know whenever we're gonna get that shit.
Yeah.
But YT, this is the end of episode 9. Any thoughts you want to say to the people?
Do I have any thoughts? Fuck NFTs. That's all I got.
That was a good one.
Fuck NFTs.
My closing thoughts are, man, look, man, George, a really good book author. Just finish that last book, dog. Just finish that last book so I can listen to that one too. So
Yep.
this has been episode 9 of the City on the Couch podcast. Oh shit! Rate this shit 5 stars, yo. I keep forgetting to say that, yo. Rate this shit 5 stars. I gotta start saying that shit at the top, man. But yeah, this has been the City on the Couch podcast, episode 9, the TV edition. Episode 11, everything should be back to normal. You know, like the Thanos snap. But as always, deuces, peace, and one. Yo.